Welcome, one and all, to the Best in Jest, with your two hosts, the man who's been replaced by his doppelganger since episode 3, Professor Lando, and the man who promises to shave his head if this video on YouTube gets more than 10 likes, Commander Connor.
Well,
I remember when you promised that.
yeah. Well, good luck.
That was like episode 2, right?
Yeah, that was me.
I remember that.
Shave my head.
This one's for the wicked, there's no time for rest.
Now is the time that we put to the test. Who is the best in jest?
Oh man.
Come on.
I was about to go into a bald shave your head discussion, but I think we already talked about that, didn't we?
Going bald?
Yeah, I think we said you would definitely pull it off way better than I could.
Than you?
Yeah, remember? And I said I'd look like the Buddha.
Oh, God.
Welcome everyone to episode
16 is my... That's right?
I don't know.
Wow, they're getting away from me.
Episode 16. That's good. That means
Yeah.
we've been doing it.
We are. We're doing it.
Episode 16, which is, I don't know math. 4 months, 3 months, something
That's a
like
lot
that.
of time.
It's finally, for the visual watchers, people who watch and can visualize what is on the screen. Well, I guess technically you don't have to visualize because actually, ironically, the audio listeners are the ones who visualize.
True.
They
Oh, dear.
they're the
They could spin the podcast in their head.
and the people who are watching don't visualize anything because they simply watch.
That's true.
They see it.
Yeah.
Got a little Halloween spirit because
Scary.
it is officially October.
That's right. Best month of the year, if you ask me.
I think so.
You too?
Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Me too. We're Halloween folks.
Fall coming in
Oof.
and cooling down.
Best
and,
weather. Great vibes.
And yeah, we spruced it up with a little bit of a... We'll do more as the month progresses leading up to Halloween.
Yeah.
More and more little... But yeah. Actually, this was from last year.
Yeah, we've actually not done anything yet.
This stuff is from when we did the candy tasting.
Oh my.
What was our conclusion? I know we're getting a little head start on the Halloween.
Candy makes me feel sick. Oh God, that was bad. I actually have not.
Kit Kat ranked high.
Kit Kat did rank high.
Kit Kat ranked high.
Did we have Reese's? Because if we did,
Reese's probably is high.
that was high.
Candy corn.
Jesus Christ, what are you fucking doing?
What are you, stupid?
What are you, a moron? What the fuck? I'm eating candle wax.
We'll save the Halloween discussion.
Save
For Halloween.
all that.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna start getting a little horror-y, but it's more film. It's more film forward.
You got some film talk? More film
a
talk?
little bit.
Yeah.
Well, for one, we just went through the dilemma of that there's no fucking horror movies coming out in the month of October.
Yes. Yeah, I do. I was talking to my chat about this too. It was like, well, we talked about it. Beetlejuice, the second one. When did that come out?
September.
Nosferatu.
Christmas.
Is it not a horror movie? The trailer looks very horror.
It's not a
Horror
Christmas movie.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Willem Dafoe's like, Merry Christmas.
Nosferatu's the next Die Hard.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Which we found out today he's being played. Okay, well, who's he being played by? We searched it up
Bill
today.
Skarsgård.
The guy who plays Pennywise.
Right.
That's epic.
Cool.
So, just hear me out, and I feel like I'm not the only one. Is Nosferatu, is that different from Dracula? Is Dracula not Nosferatu?
They're different.
They're different.
They're different.
So what is Nosferatu even a vampire?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is.
So
But oh boy, I'm really putting my knowledge on the line here.
your
for
goth badge
Yes.
certification.
To my understanding, a lot of the stuff that vampirism and like the stuff that, we know as vampires came from Bram Stoker's book, Dracula.
Okay.
Nosferatu, I think, set a different precedent.
It was like a reimagining of a vampire.
It's still, oh dear. They're still vampires. because there's Count Orlok and there's Count Dracula, right?
But they're counts.
Yeah.
So there's like rules to vampires. They have to be the Count Dracula.
Dracula.
Kind of like.
Because I think a lot of the stuff that we know as vampires today, that came from Bram Stoker.
Dude, he really popped off with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's just like the vampire thing. But here's my thing. I know little to nothing about Nosferatu.
I know that in the Buzz Lightyear Star Command TV show, they had Nosferatu, but he was like a bio tech vampire.
Really?
It was cool. And he would bite you and you would turn into, it was like a vampire, but you would turn into like a bio werewolf, like a mechanical wires would spread out of you. It was really cool. It was really scary too.
What the hell?
So from my understanding, what is Nosferatu? What is that? Is that the name of the vampire?
I think so.
Because you said something else. You said
Count Orlok.
Orlok?
But I think
wait,
Nosferatu,
Orlok?
I think is
like what is that?
Another word
for the vampire?
I think it's another word for vampire.
Nosferatu.
I think so.
Count Orlok?
Can you help me out here?
I'm trying to think. You say Count Orlok, and it sounds like some kind of like anagram mix up of Dracula. Is it It's not Dracula backwards.
Oh, that's Alucard.
Oh,
Alucard's back. Yeah.
See that works out so great.
There's a Batman movie where he goes by Alucard, and then Batman, the great detective that he is, puts it in a mirror and he goes, "Oh my God, it's Dracula."
See, but that would only work with Dracula.
Yeah.
Because Alucard, it sounds so like fancy and vampire-y. Right. But like if I was like the evil version of me would be like Odnal. Ronok.
Yeah.
Doesn't work as well.
Not really.
So according to this, Bram Stoker's Dracula, which came out in 1897, that was like a huge hit, right? Like Dracula.
Right.
And then someone else wanted to make their own book, essentially, but Dracula is copyrighted.
So we just called it something else?
And so that
they
person...
power-worlded it.
Yeah, that person made Count Orlok. And then Nosferatu, I believe they turn into Nosferatu.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's such a long time ago. What did you say,
1897?
97?
What the fuck?
That's such a long time ago, and so I hear it's like literature and history, but like during that time, it sounds like laughable.
Oh yeah,
it's different.
Yeah,
Orlok, not Count Dracula.
Different,
Count
Orlok.
different, and he becomes Nosferatu at the end.
Yeah,
imagine the other noblemen going, "That is cringe." That's just.
What are you talking about?
It sounds like the Sonichu of vampires of 1897.
Because Nosferatu is like some German silent film. I don't know. But they say it. I think they say Nosferatu in the original Dracula movie from Universal. I don't know what the fuck.
What is the origin of Dracula? Vampire.
Bram Stoker.
What is, like lore-wise, what is that?
Like the Count from Transylvania. He comes in and he's...
Why is he like that? Like the lore. What is a vampire? Did they start from somewhere? Do you do something and then you get cursed?
I don't know how you become a vampire back in the day.
Would you become one?
Ooh.
Never go out in the sun.
There's a lot of shitty nerfs what do you get?
So you can't...
Immortality.
Depending,
you could turn into a bat and a wolf.
You turn into a bat. What?
Dracula could turn into a wolf. Do you know that?
Sign me up.
You'd be a wolf? But you want to be a werewolf is what you just said. You don't care about anything else.
No. Because a werewolf only turns into a werewolf every full moon, and they lose like their senses.
That sucks.
And they just go on a rampage.
Oh, so
First of all, in modern times, the werewolves would just die. You'd kill like 3 people and you get shot up and you would die. Wait, do they have healing factor?
Werewolves? I'm not a big werewolf guy, but then again...
Silver bullet? Or is that...
Silver bullets, yes. I think that originated in the Wolfman.
Vampires, the thing that I think makes it a no-go is you would need blood.
That's not fun.
Where do you get blood?
You don't even like your steak rare. or medium rare.
I can't
You
stand.
wouldn't be a good vampire.
I can't stand it. I was I was telling you about this. I went to get dinner with my family. It was a fancy steak place, and I hate any sort of bloody steak meat. I can't stand it. But I panicked. So the guy's like, "What do you want? How do you want your steak cooked?" And I go, "Medium." I usually do medium well. Medium rare, huh? Medium rare, yeah. And then the thing is, like, this is all in hindsight, right? And in the moment, I was like, all frazzled, but I realized that he had asked me a qualifying question after I said that, and he went, "Okay," and he goes, "That's pretty red," and I go, "Yeah."
Oh my god!
And
were you just like?
I was just
You just frazzled.
I was just. He surprised me. He surprised me.
He even made sure to.
That's the thing.
Damn. He gave you a 2-step
I don't know why
verification.
I don't know why I said. I just went, yeah.
And did you like it?
I hate bloody steak.
Yeah.
I don't understand the like. Oh, you ruined that steak when it's oh, you mean when it's cooked? I'm not like a wild dog. Cook my meat. Why do you want your meat uncooked?
You'd be a bad werewolf and a bad vampire. Is what I'm getting across here.
If I was a vampire, I'd be like, add a little bit of this.
Can you put it on a bit longer?
Well, I would like. What do vampires do? I would abscond with a maiden,
There you go.
and I would take maiden. I'm like, eat this, and I'm feeding her like spices, and then I'd shake her up like this, like a martini. I'd shake her
Pineapple juice.
pineapple juice, squirting it, and she's like, yum, eat this, stuffing her with like shrimp cocktails and stuff. But I wouldn't like, you know, so I have sharp teeth.
Yeah.
I already kind of have sharp teeth.
Yeah.
I don't need sharper teeth. Anyways, I would use a straw probably. Doesn't that seem more?
The teeth are kind of like straws, though. I think they have like little holes in them, and they kind of.
They're like cobras.
Oh boy.
So you don't suck.
You
There's
do. There was like a sucking because you got to suck to. But I think because what's the point of the teeth? Like I know they're to puncture, but I think maybe I'm wrong. But I thought there was like a variation where there's holes in the teeth.
See, that'd be a cool spin. My vampire movie would be like the Silicon Valley nerd vampire, and I've optimized my like bloodletting. I have them upside down. I have like big straws. It'd be like a swirly straw too. I'd stab them.
Swirly straw people's blood.
And I would like monetize, you know, because I'm like the Saul Goodman of vampires. I'd be like, "Are you tired of going out in the middle of the night, putting yourself at risk?" And I'd come down to my blood bar, the blood bar. Do you want what kind? Yeah, it's like a bar. Have it on tap. What are you having, sir?
Blood. Would it be okay?
No, but it would be like
a guy's.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it's a scheme.
Oh no, a guys. I thought you said guys. It would be a bunch of guys. And
right.
They'd be like chained up, and they'd have like a tap. I like.
Or you're doing this for other vampires.
Yeah, and
so you're doing
they buy the blood.
The vampire bar.
Like, what are you having?
Would you be a vampire too?
I probably would.
Or you're just a murderer?
Oh, it's funny if I'm a man.
Yeah, you're just a murderer, and you're just getting blood for. But for some reason, the only people coming in are vampires. Like, you want to run?
Oh, I have no sense of this being like a ironic vampire twist.
Right.
Yeah, I used to open during the day, but just no one would ever show up.
No one shows up, and they'll come in.
I'm telling you, at night.
They're not from around here.
And then they turn into bats and fly away. I thought that was weird.
That was weird.
And it's just like a guy. I'm keeping him alive. He's chained up. I have like a tap on his like belly.
Oh God.
And all right, you
want up by the end.
You want middle-aged Japanese business worker or whatever, and you like drills into him, and he's like, ah! I take it out. I'm like a barmaid.
What would you call it?
I would call it. I'm trying to think of something clever.
A blood pun. There's a lot
because the vampires are like, ooh, that's clever.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to do. Obviously, Bloody Mary is like,
okay,
but no, like
that's good.
Bloody Marys, and there's like we have a mascot. She's like the Wendy's girl,
I like
but it's
that.
like it's Mary's.
I like that.
But there's got to be something more clever. Let me think. Vampire. Pyre.
What about blood type? Like like
type, blood types. Iron blood,
Be positive.
drip, the drip.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy,
You're onto something.
Drip,
I feel
blood drip. IV bag. Infusion.
drip feed.
Drip, the drip.
The drip.
The drip. That's a good
That's
one.
cool.
But it's not a drip. When I turn the tab on it's like it
violent.
gushes out and there's like parts of their intestines are falling out and it's very visceral.
And it's like really like it's well put together place, Welcome to the drip.
Like
You wouldn't do it.
I don't think I would do it.
I don't think I would do it either.
Because the sun thing is like
That's just
where
fucked.
that's not.
I guess I'd live in Alaska. What, they get sun like once every year?
I think it's the opposite. I think it's always bright there.
No, I thought there was.
Oh, I'm thinking Antarctica.
Okay.
Which, by the way, don't get me started on Antarctica.
Oh, I would love to hear it.
What? Like we're just not allowed to go there? Why?
But is there anything there?
Like the whole
What
world.
is there?
The whole world agrees to just not claim Antarctica.
What's going on over
Asia's fighting over like a fucking plot of islands the size of like a shoe for like the past 200,000 years. But like no one claims Antarctica and no one goes there.
there? And it's classified as a continent, which is like such a...
I think there's something going on in there. And
Yeah.
they trick us all by saying...
What would it be?
Government facilities, weapons.
Not like a vampire army?
No, because like I said, I think it's like daytime 24/7 all year
Well, that's
round.
why we haven't seen them yet. They're trapped.
They're trapped.
They're trapped.
Oh, it's a containment.
Yeah, they're...
That'd be smart,
Took a bunch of
actually.
vampires and trapped them.
I don't know why we wouldn't just kill them, but let's say we're containing them for some
We never know
reason.
when you might need the vampires,
Yeah, vampires probably way... Okay, they can turn into bats.
What's the worst out of the... Okay, so there's like... Well, we'll break it down, but I've been watching the Universal monster movies. I watched The Invisible Man, I watched The Wolf Man. I'm starting Frankenstein, I watched Dracula.
Okay.
There's all four. Those are kind of the big ones. Out of those, which would you do? I think I know. There's an obvious answer for you.
Me?
I think so.
What?
You'd be the Invisible Man. You'd be a monster.
I'm already invisible.
Oh,
To
come
all
on.
the fine ladies out there, you know.
Me too, man.
You know, Invisible Man, that sounds way stronger if it was like the 1900s.
Oh, yeah.
I would just instantly get like shot, I feel.
Yeah.
Same thing like werewolf. Vampire, though, seems to only get stronger.
They're
Seems to only get stronger.
strong. They have a lot of...
Are they strong?
Yeah.
Strength?
They definitely have
They
strength.
can fly.
Yep.
Strength,
Immortality.
immortality, healing factor.
But they can't go into running water, so it's all over.
Wait, what?
Vampires can't go into running water.
Never mind. I gotta take my bath.
Is that... Yeah. I mean, I think it would be more like, can they take a bath? Maybe if it was like not going.
It's like a technicality thing. Like he's in the bath, and I'm like, this is so nice. Wait, does it count as running water? Pop! Like it's just
Don't splash anything.
Whoa, it's technically not running.
I think it's more like, like rivers and streams and shit. I don't know about
Why?
baths. I don't know.
That's what I was asking about the origin of vampires. Like it's very specific things, and
It is weird, and I don't remember...
I mean, it's probably in that book, right? The Dracula book.
To my
probably.
understanding. But I think it even... there's stuff in that book that precursed that. And I think there's things that precursed the book as well. I like before...
Like pieces together of some
other
urban
things,
myth
like,
here
some
and
of this is
there,
here,
and-
some of this is here. But most of it, the pivotal points of like what makes a vampire, Bram Stoker. There's the reflection thing, and no, you can't. You won't have a reflection. Wait, I'd be so. Why are they so handsome?
I was gonna say he can't even straighten up his tie.
Yeah, how would they even know what they look like?
Wow, they've
Interesting.
never seen themselves.
I guess not, especially not back
Why
then.
don't they have a reflection?
I don't know.
What's the point of
They
that?
have a lot of weird.
Gotcha. I don't know,
Yeah,
what-
a lot of weird shit with vampires. No reflection.
Garlic?
That's weird.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh,
No garlic?
there goes your fucking
Christ.
There goes your fettuccine alfredo and
God,
shit.
my everything.
Yeah.
Really? No garlic? What the what am I I get garlic parmesan every time I get wings.
That sucks.
Wait, but I wouldn't even have wings. I give up food? What does the blood taste like?
Blood.
But like, do they like it? You know? Is it like good? If you're a vampire, is it like yummy? Or are you just like, is it you just have this?
You have this hunger. It doesn't matter what it tastes like.
No, I
You're
can't.
just
I can't do
starving.
vampire. I think because that's the thing, right? It's like they're always hungry. They're
yeah.
never satisfied.
Right. It's this never-ending.
I'm gonna eat. I gotta. We ate before this. I'm gonna eat after. I'm starving. I'm already. Never mind. I can't do it. Maybe.
I think you'd make a good invisible man.
I'd be a good invisible.
You'll do well.
The thing is,
I'd die.
I would be low key.
Yeah.
I'd be low key. I would be invisible and, well, if I riddle me this. Answer me this.
Okay.
If I'm invisible, are my clothes invisible?
No.
Then I can't be invisible man. I wear glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Floating pair of contacts.
No, I have astigmatism. I can't. It's too hard, difficult
so
to
you
get
would
contact
wander into
lenses.
traffic and get killed because you couldn't see.
Well, I would step on something and be like, ugh, no socks and no shoes
dude,
on.
Walking around just naked would.
Yeah,
I don't like.
that's the thing. You'd have to be naked.
Yeah, and I'd get some kind of disease or something. I'd step on a rusty
Yeah,
nail.
like, right. I'm about to like heist my master plan as the invisible man. I'd step on something and
Die instantly.
die.
Okay, so Invisible Man does kind of suck in its own way.
Again, it would be nice if it was like the
Very specific.
1800s,
Yeah.
where I live in a village and I terrorize them like a ghost or something
Right.
and steal their whatever.
But I just steal from the H&M.
That's the thing. I'm invisible man. Like, where am I going? It takes 20 minutes to drive to the nearest like fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I have to get in my car.
But
Yeah.
I mean, werewolf. That's just full moon. Just go crazy on a full moon. The thing is, they have no control.
How? Yeah.
They're crazy.
Lose your
They're
sensibilities.
fucking insane.
And I would like be what? Trapped in my house.
Yeah.
Can a werewolf like what? Would I figure out how to open the door?
Oh, you just bust right through it, jump out the window. I don't know.
And then get what down the street until I get shot by like every single neighbor?
Yeah, anyone
You
in
know?
America.
The Ring doorbell neighborhood alert. Some sort of lichen.
Like and throw, brother.
Get a lichen throw. Get your guns.
Everyone gets excited. No one's got silver, so they're just shooting the shit out of you. But you're
Oh,
not
that's
dying.
right. Silver.
Silver bullets.
Are bullets not silver?
No.
That'd be expensive.
That would be very expensive. Yeah, I think they're Uh-oh. I don't know what they are. Copper? I don't know. I don't know what bullets are made of. Brass?
Brass? Like trumpets?
Yeah. I don't know what bullets are. Are they made of brass?
Is cutlery even silver?
Yeah, some are. Yeah.
But some are. But are ours? It's probably some. Is it some?
Silver's like really.
It's expensive, isn't it? So wouldn't it be like it's some? That's the thing. I'd be like, I got. That's my horror movie.
Yeah.
I'd be like, don't worry, I got the knife.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
stainless steel.
stainless steel, like
Yeah.
not even silver.
And he just kills you.
That'd be a fun twist.
That is good, actually.
Like it's just fake. Some kind of vampire hunter or something. Wait, what is vampire? Wooden stake through the
Wooden
heart?
Steak, crosses, holy water, garlic.
See, that's the thing. Oh wait, crosses.
There's a lot of
wait,
ways to
garlic?
kill these
Oh, that's
fuckers.
right, garlic.
Vampires kind of suck.
I can't do.
You have to invite them in.
Oh, perfect. I would have like a little house. Like if I was a vampire hunter, it would be like Solid Snake. I'd have like a house that is like a cardboard box size, and it straps around like a perimeter around me, almost like a big dress. And I would have the city like officiate it, you know,
As a house, as a
an
home.
official dwelling, right? And I'd run around like that. It's like a zone of
You're
invulnerability.
like it's a suit of armor, basically. They can't. Oh my god.
Well, if vampires plagued the earth, it'd be easy, right? If like, because there's these movies like Underworld,
Yeah.
or is it Underworld?
Yeah.
It's like vampires and werewolves, I think.
Yep.
But like, if human civilization ever got into a battle with vampires, the vampires would lose so easily because they would just officiate like one person. They would be like the UN would get together. Vampires are killing people. It's a plague. They're taking over. all right, we're going to get the world together, and us as a nation, we have agreed to give ownership of the world to Lando. And they would officiate me, and I'd be like, you're not allowed in, and it's my whole planet, and they would get launched
They
deep
explode,
into,
yeah.
They would get launched deep into space.
You
are unwelcome. I own the world. That's how we would solve it.
I don't know what the counter. I'm sure there's like. Also, I don't know if that's even a thing that is still used today.
Well, there was a movie I watched where it was kind of like, so vampire Dracula, he lived so long. God, what was the name of this movie? I think it was just called Dracula. I don't know. I feel like every vampire Dracula movie is just called Dracula.
Right.
But the kind of twist to it, or the point of intrigue, was like Dracula had lived so long that these myths about vampires, he doesn't know. No one really knows what's true and what's not true. But he's too scared to find out. Like, does the sun really, would that kill him?
Oh my God.
And it's just that he's lived such a long life that he doesn't know. And like, he can't come into the premises unless he's invited in. But it's kind of like, but the twist is, he's kind of gaining power. And the twist at the end is like, oh yeah, the sun killed him.
Oh,
It was true. It was true the whole time.
What is this? What was this? I don't.
It was a really cool movie. It was on Netflix.
Oh,
Which, man, Netflix sucks.
oh my God. Can't find one good movie on there.
There's a gem once every like half a year.
Yeah.
I'll get like a gem. But bro, I was talking about Preacher.
Yeah.
I'm watching Preacher, and like the second season, I feel Netflix shows, they start off really strong. Always a good premise, and then it just
Falls apart.
It falls apart, and it becomes very, I was saying this in the car earlier, it becomes very showy.
Yeah.
It feels like I know there are episodes, but it becomes very episodic. It becomes very cable television-y.
Preacher is.
Preacher is.
Yeah.
Well, the first season was, it was like crafted so well.
And then it kind of
and then it devolves into like television,
I think that always happens in a second season because they start like, well, I guess we're a TV show now. Time to be a TV show.
Yeah, I hate that.
I don't like that either. I want it to feel like it's gonna end at any point, because it feels like it's built to this sort of thing. Same thing with these Disney shows. Everyone's like, well, it's like one big movie. No, it feels like TV. It doesn't matter the budget. It feels like fucking TV. Always.
What is the best television like? Probably Game of Thrones.
Breaking
for
Bad.
the feel of like Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Just
Well, Game of Thrones
feels
fell
more
apart,
like a movie.
but it like looked and had the production of a
Insane.
movie.
Yeah, I
probably.
agree. Okay, so yeah, Breaking Bad doesn't feel like a movie.
In that sense, I would say
yes,
probably Game of Thrones, right? Yeah.
Yeah, very movie-like. Because they tried to do that with this new Lord of the Rings thing.
Rings of Power?
So it's so bad.
Really? That's
and it was
a shame.
like $19 quadrillion to make this.
I was looking forward to it, but I never watched it because people kept saying it was bad.
It just
was it really bad, or was it just like too woke?
No, I mean, oh well, yeah. There's a lot of that going on too, but like, I don't think any of that. I don't think it was even bad. It just wasn't very good. It was like, it wasn't really. It just, I was bored.
Speaking of what's apparently not very good, because we were talking about possibly going to see it, Joker 2 apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently not so good.
The Joker sequel, like you said, a Joker sequel with no Batman, the musical wasn't very good.
Wow, the second Joker movie without Batman. Venom. We're also talking about Venom. My chat rose up against me because I said that Venom sucked. They're like, stay off our Venom. And I was like, you guys just want to fuck Venom.
That's true.
You just want the 12 inches
or
of
they
Venom.
want Eddie to fuck Venom. Which
Eddie.
I'm not going to be against the thinking, but we're forgetting what Venom is good at, what makes Venom good. And it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is what makes Venom good.
A third Venom movie without Spider-Man? Come on. What are we doing? Tom Hardy talking like this. Venom, fuck me. Fuck my Venom. Eddie. But that would just be master, because
it will be.
You're a symbiote.
Oh God. So
if you're one.
So if you top half of you is Venom, bottom half is Eddie Brock.
Oh, and I roll into myself like a snail.
Well, like let's say the Venom arm jacks himself off. Is that Venom giving you a reach around, Or is it masturbation?
Well, the thing is, the way they portray it in the movie, they're very separate.
Yeah.
But I think
They're meant to be kind
they're
of...
meant to be one.
Right.
Because in the movie, Venom goes like, Eddie, I want this. And he's like, no, I can't do that, man. I'm Tom Hardy.
Yeah. Well, they're meant to be like a kind of hive mind. There was doing...
But if you were symbioted, you probably wouldn't want to fuck.
Why not?
You'd probably lose that interest.
You think so? Like a vampire?
I was going to ask, vampire, so you're like cold to the touch. Are you like dead? You're like alive, but you're
I think you're
dead,
so
right?
normal.
Aren't you like
as a vampire?
Yeah,
Oh,
vampire.
yeah,
Aren't you
you're
like
trying
undead? So are you horny or?
I feel like vampires are the horniest horror thing ever. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's true. When I was a kid, I read this book called Vampirates.
Cool.
They're vampire pirates.
That's awesome.
And it was very very charged. You get captured, and
Vampires are...
they're like prepping you to die and get drunk.
They're very romantic and they fuck a lot. So I don't know about them, but as a symbiote, I don't know. Would the symbiote want to fuck and I wouldn't? Doesn't matter.
No, because they're the same symbiotes. They mitosis. They perform mitosis, and
they just like fuck.
I'd be like, oh fuck. Oh yeah, I got the flowers and candles lit. It's Valentine's. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, and I would start to split, and my nucleus would split, and then the mitosis would happen. I'd be like, oh,
and there'd be another one.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah.
But going back to the monsters.
Yeah.
Vampire.
Yeah.
Probably still sounds like the best one.
It's cool.
Just because you have the most agency.
Yeah, at night you fucking can go crazy. You're strong.
God, I would. Man, I would. How long do you think it would take to get sunlight to hit you and die?
Dude, I would go out as a vampire and I'd be running around and daylight savings time would hit and I wouldn't know and I'd just blow up.
As it's just instant.
I just wouldn't even know.
Well, I would wake up and be like, shit, what time is it? I'd peek and I'd be like,
yeah, I'd just go through the blinds.
I'd look like that one baby.
Oh, yeah.
the baby.
No.
What else? Being a zombie, that's a no-go. Probably.
Zombies suck.
Werewolf. Everyone.
There's the merman.
Gross. Werewolves are also very, people are like horny for the werewolf.
People love the werewolf. I think people these days, I feel like werewolf is making a comeback. Everyone wants to.
There's that one Zenless Zone Zero character.
That's right. Does that character do anything for you?
I'll be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Werewolves? I'm not really into werewolves.
Me neither.
Because they're not like, okay, so there's like some furry characters, like the Zenless Zone Zero character. He's kind of like a furry.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think, okay, here's actually what I think. I don't think people are really into werewolves.
They're into.
This is performative werewolf thirsting.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
Because that's just a wolf.
It's a bipedal wolf.
It's just a wolf that is like on its hind legs, kind of up. Nothing sexy about that. But like the Zoneless Zone, that one game character, he's kind of like, I don't know. He's kind of fucking vest on.
But if you start adding more human qualities to this wolf.
See, right, why does adding human qualities to an animal make it so hot? But
if you go too far.
If you go too far, that's just a human, and it's not as hot as an anthropomorphic animal character.
I know, yes.
There's like a Goldilocks zone of like some animal traits and some human traits.
Human torso and kind of like upper down to the upper thigh, but then it becomes like dog hand. No dog hand.
Human hand.
Human hand.
Thumbs.
Dog feet.
Dog feet. Right, because they're on their haunches.
Yes.
Needs to have dog feet.
Yes.
Behind.
Yes.
But not dog paws like this.
How's that work?
They need thumbs, but maybe they could be claws.
But the fur maybe can go to
still,
the
yeah, it could still be furry, but definitely it needs opposable because there's something, they need to be able to.
The ears are fine.
Ears are fine.
But then once we get to snout,
this is controversial.
Yes.
Controversial.
I'm out.
Without the snout, you get like a cat situation. The Cats movie. It's fucking James Corden. He's like, I'm fucking James Corden. Like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not so much the snout that's the problem. It's what happens in the eyes, in the brow.
It stretches a little bit.
I need to be able to see that like soul. That's the thing.
I see.
it's like I need to see that glint in the eyes where it's thinking.
Right.
I need to see it. Yeah, the snout.
No, I'm out.
There's some in between. Because what? Then you want a human face? No, that's horrific.
Fuck.
And you don't want
That
the
is
cats.
scary.
You know, because it sounds like you want some kind of in between, like Whoville situation. That's
Ooh,
horrific.
That's no,
right?
No. Save it for a few more months. We'll get there.
Oh, Christmas time. Are we gonna dress up for Christmas?
Can we be the Grinch?
We? Are we? Are we like?
We're both the Grinch.
Are we like in one costume, like you're on my shoulders, or are we both Grinch?
You can be the Grinch and I can be his dog.
I was just talking about the Grinch. I love the scene where he decides to come down. He's like, yeah, I'll come down. And he's in the chair and they're like parading him. He's got the sweater on. My favorite scene is where they're feeding him the pudding. No more. Oh God, I can't. I love that scene. He's eating the pudding.
That's your dream.
I
like how the Grinch was like all fucking. He was all fat. Like,
Yeah.
he had, like, this pot belly.
I like
he was
that.
kind of thick.
I like the Cat in the Hat's also built like
Why are
that.
they kind of thick?
I like that.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. It's funny.
It is
funny
funny.
looking.
Pear-shaped Grinch. God
Love
damn.
that. Yeah. We just watched The Cat in the Hat recently.
We did.
Speaking of October, I was gonna do this, but I wanted to be the Cat in the Hat for Halloween because we're kind of planning ahead. Like Halloween's coming up, we gotta do something special. We gotta dress up. I wanted to do like a fully realistic Mike Myers Cat in the Hat, but it always comes around because we got to the snout and that made it too
It would sink you $1,500.
too much. You had to get a prosthetic like Dr. Seuss like snout. Unfortunate.
You have made a great Cat in the Hat.
Dude, we watched that recently. I was watching this and I was like, I oddly relate to the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
There's that one part where they're looking through the binoculars.
Yeah.
They're trying to catch the dog.
Yeah.
And then he's talking to the boy, Conrad or whatever. He goes, "Oh, what do you think, Conrad?" And then out of nowhere, he just goes, he bites
He
at him.
does do that a few times.
And I go, I do that.
You do that. Why does he do that? That's such a weird creative. You know, it's just Mike Myers. That was not in the fucking script.
And then they're like, you imagine the recording. And do we do it over?
Did we tell him?
Is that?
I'm scared.
I liked it.
I liked it too. That movie sucks.
I loved it. I loved it.
I was really drunk when we were watching it, so it was really funny.
I loved it. The pacing was so good. And Mike Myers, why does he? Yeah, he's. One of the things. Wait, did we talk about Cat in the Hat on the podcast?
I don't think so.
Okay, there's this. The Cat in the Hat for some reason. Anytime the Cat in the Hat would slip, he would do like a lot of spins in the air, like unrealistically. Like he'd just go whoop, 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 and you'd spin like 6 times in the air, and they did that.
So funny.
They did that so many times, and I would laugh harder and harder
We would
each
laugh
time.
so hard. It was funny, but then I tried watching when I was sober, and it wasn't funny anymore.
See, I liked it so much. Like you guys left, I finished it on another day. I loved it so much.
We tried watching it once in New York. Oh no,
No, that was the
Lorax.
that was the Lorax.
Sorry, different movie.
I tried to show Connor the Lorax because he'd never seen it, but we didn't get through it.
That didn't get very far.
Oh, but I did show you Sonic because the new Sonic movie's coming out.
I liked it.
You liked Sonic.
That was cute. I don't know what to really say.
Sonic's
about
also built like a smaller version of the Grinch and the Cat in the Hat.
Why are they all kind of?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Curious.
Interesting.
But my gripe about Sonic, that movie Sonic, he's way too young.
Yeah.
He's got too much of a kiddie.
I don't like his
kind of vibe.
attitude. It doesn't remind me of Sonic.
I think what people. I mean, who am I to tell Sega how to do Sonic? But like,
they really wanted this cocky Deadpool sort of thing.
What people don't, if you're not a fan of Sonic, and you see people like me or like super fans of Sonic. What makes Sonic so good is that it is cool. It's at its core. There are things about Sonic, and it's like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's not popular because he's like Mickey Mouse.
Right.
You know, he's not like this quirky, fun. Like, yes, he is, and that's part of his appeal. But when it comes down to it, the story, the plot line,
cool.
the games, it's this coolness factor. And I think the movies, they missed that.
Yeah.
They want him to be this kind of like, I don't know, like Mickey Mouse. Like, I'm kind of quirky and fun,
But you
cute.
know, he's snowboarding, Crush 40, you know, in the games and stuff, and it's got much more of this like.
We'll see. You watched the first one. The second one, it seems like they're getting more and more into the games and drawing from media. You know, Ugly Sonic. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here, but do you think that was real, Ugly Sonic?
I think it could. I don't know the people who worked on it or anything else, but outside looking in, for how much?
I think it's fake.
For how?
It has to be.
I agree.
It has to be fake. I have not seen. I've consumed so much media. I have had jobs. I've worked at various companies, government. There is not a company in this world where they put something out, people say, that's not good, it should be like this, and the company goes, okay, let's change it. Show me a time that's ever happened, ever. Never does that happen.
I can't think of it.
Ever does that happen. There's no way that happened.
And it was the best advertising campaign ever for the movie.
They changed it, and they changed it to be perfect, and it was a smash success. Come on.
It was so funny.
Come on. You're going to also think that Antarctica is like a free state and not a conspiracy, too.
Vampire holding facility.
I was editing the podcast. Have we talked about how our pre-ritual for the podcast is to listen to the Fall Guys theme song?
Yeah.
We sit here and we go, Kane, play Fall Guys theme. Don't actually do that right now, but play Fall Guys theme song. And we sit here in silence, and it's like our ritual. And it starts and it goes, kind of fades in. And it starts, there's that balloon sound. It goes, and we sit here in silence and we kind of listen to it. And that's our
Every time.
pre-podcast ritual.
Do you think that's sad?
There's something about it. It's such a joyous sound.
But we look so.
Well, we're not smiling when we listen to it.
No.
Well, I'm not going to be a werewolf. I'm not going to be a vampire. Not going to be a witch.
I don't know much about witches. Broomstick making weird shit in a cauldron.
Dude, that's kind
of cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
What's their weakness?
You know, for how powerful they're supposed to be.
You just shoot one.
See,
You just
they
shoot a
turn
witch.
to frogs,
Yeah,
making potions,
it's fun.
witches.
Yeah.
Can a guy be a witch? Or is that a wizard?
A male witch is a.
Warlock? No, that's wizard.
I forgot. I think there was a name for it.
Or can guys just be witches? No, I mean,
I thought there was something called a male.
surely it's strongly associated with like women witches, right? Like Salem witch trial and all
I
that.
thought there was a term. Was it? I don't know. What'd you find, Kane? Did you find something?
I think it's Warlock.
Is it warlock?
I think.
I
It
don't
seems
know.
a little more fantasy-y. Not,
I don't know.
You know, I don't.
Maybe there isn't a male witch. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about witches.
That seems more like, okay, so witch, it's like very medieval fantasy, right? Because I think warlock would be, I don't know how to describe it. It's more like arcane.
Yeah.
And a witch is not arcane. A witch is more like,
the bog.
yeah, swampy, whatever. I guess maybe, it's not quite right, but something closer to like an alchemist, right? More earthy,
Yeah.
more potion-y.
They're like if goblins and alchemists kind of went together and made that's a witch.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about witches.
They were I know I watched a one Cartoon Network movie about a witch and she looked like Miss Frizzle. And there's it's like a 3D CGI movie. And there's like a kid with short blonde hair.
Oh God!
Who wears like a devil costume. Scary Godmother.
Scary Godmother. My fucking God!
I watched that like 100 bajillion times.
Well, you
on
didn't have a goddamn choice. You come
Cartoon
home and it's
Network.
on every single goddamn day. Holy shit! That
Yeah.
was I can save for Halloween on that one.
Okay, if you didn't know, we asked our viewers to send us questions, comments, or concerns using the hashtag JestAsk on Twitter, twitter.com. And we have our producer, Kane, ask us whatever. So, Kane, ask away.
This one is from Giga Phantasm. They ask, if you guys could have anyone alive or dead, fictional or non-fictional, as a guest, who would it be?
So just any person ever. Anything or
Non-fictional?
person. Non-fiction?
So what if they were alive in nonfiction?
Man.
Nonfiction.
I mean,
Fuck, I'm not saying anyone fictional if nonfiction's an answer. Like,
because, you know, your first instinct is like, oh, well, a fictional character would be cool, but actually...
would they just kill us right where we stand? Like I say Master Chief.
Thing is, oh, well, I don't know. Master Chief wouldn't be a good guess.
No, he doesn't have much people skills. He'd be kind of boring. And then he'll shoot us or something because he'll.
No, we're civvies. He would take care of us.
But he'll be scared.
What?
He'll just poof into a podcast room.
It'd be like medieval times for him, first of all,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that's true. We would look like fucking peasants.
I mean, Jesus Christ, probably.
Elmo. I don't know why.
Well, you're in luck.
Oh my God!
You're in luck.
Elmo!
it's me,
Wha-
Commander Connor.
Wow! Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, no problem. Elmo loves shitty podcasts.
Elmo, wow, I got so many questions. What's it like? Yeah.
What questions do you have?
Oh man, how do you like being on Sesame Street?
Oh, man, Sesame Street. You'll be hearing from them soon, I'm sure. Yeah, Sesame Street is great. You know, they got...
Yeah, keep going.
They got Sesame
Yeah, in the street. I imagine.
in the streets.
Okay.
It's funny. It's crazy. Sesame everywhere.
Is there anyone that you hate, like on Sesame Street? Is there anyone that like? I'm really curious.
Immigrants. I mean, Bert.
Bert.
Yeah, because he's cut that, cut that later.
Should I ask it again? No.
No, Connor, you want to see something?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. But let's yeah, let's see it.
You want to see me suck my own? Wow!
Thank you so much for coming.
No problem, Connor.
I wish I had a different answer, I think. Thank you, Elmo. Welcome back. You missed it. Elmo was just here.
What?
Yeah. He had a lot to say.
I
a
bet
lot
he
of things.
did.
Yeah.
Racist.
This one is from Mira. They ask, if you had a rat under your hat, what would they cook?
Macaroni.
Yeah.
Macaroni with... The thing is, like, Remy, what's his name? What's his full name?
That was it.
Remy Does he have a last name?
I don't know.
Remy the rat?
Yeah.
Fucking rat bastard that he is. They portray these rats as, like, culinary geniuses.
Fuck them.
Fuck these rats.
Anyone can cook.
You think a rat's going to be able to cook ratatouille?
No.
Fuck no.
I can't.
I can't either.
A rat can? Fuck them.
No, fuck no.
No.
What a rat's going to be cooking, he's going to be opening up a can of Vienna sausages, right?
Yeah.
Microwaving those bitches.
Yeah.
Kraft mac and cheese, throwing the Vienna sausages in there.
Ugh. Pathetic.
Oh no, I was saying it's better. It's good.
Oh,
Delicious.
that's
Delicious.
yeah.
Probably mac and cheese. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. I think a rat would cook mac and cheese. Like if I was a rat, what would I eat?
Well, they're in your hat. They're controlling you.
Oh.
Hot dogs for you, probably, right?
But the rat doesn't crave me. Crave what I crave. Surely someone's made a Ratatouille parody of like Evangelion. Like the rat goes in and it fills up with LCL fluid. Synchronization. The rat's trying to sync to me.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, that'd be 2 rats inside of me.
True.
And they have to do human stuff. Line, take a DMV number. Your synchronization rate is falling apart. Quick, sit down. Fill out the application. No.
I don't know what my rat. I don't even know what's Ratatouille. I mean, he's at a restaurant. What my rat? So it's like they have to cook a certain kind of food, right? So my rat has free will, but the rat, he listens to me.
No.
Why?
No, the rat controls you.
Well, that's not the plot to Ratatouille. I tell the rat
That
what.
wasn't the question though.
But it's in reference to chocolate cake. I want my rat.
That's
What?
That's complicated.
It is. It's an exact science. You think the rat's? Do you think the rat's too stupid?
How does the rat see?
He sees through the hat in the movie. So
It's like,
wait, open up. Take your hat off.
yeah, look.
How would he see through it? He'd be stuffed in there. That thing's barely got any breathing room.
They can they flatten themselves out. Maybe.
He's on his stomach. What if you're bald? How do you? What does the rat do?
No, he'd be like massaging the scalp.
Like that, like Tom and or Bugs Bunny on
Yeah,
head.
It'd be some sort of like Geiger, like Alien Covenant, like bio,
Yeah.
like kind of.
It'll be gross. Yeah.
It's like the space jockey, but it's a rat.
Don She asks, what is your least favorite type of bug to deal with in your home?
Oh.
And how do you deal with them?
I have a horrible fear of cockroaches.
Oh, but I mean they're gross, but that's easy.
But they get away, and then the thing is, I know, just step on them. But I have intense fear when they start. Have they ever flown at you?
Ooh, do you get the flying ones?
Oh yeah,
nah.
Scary. It's the
That is
scariest
scary.
moment. I thought I was gonna die. I knocked picture frames off the wall when one flew at me once. I ran and just knocked.
It's like Dexter's in your house. Connor's like a fair maiden, just crashing into
knocking shit over.
But I mean, yeah, I don't like cockroaches. I think they're gross,
Yeah.
and I'm scared of them. I don't want to step on them because they're big. But like compared to like a hornet, a wasp,
Yeah,
spider, black widow, I hate bugs, man.
bugs are my least favorite thing
I
on this
hate bugs.
planet.
I hate bugs.
Fucking hate them.
Except for one. I hate bugs.
I mean, I haven't told the story on the podcast, but I've told it everywhere else. When
The wasps.
100 yellow jackets built a nest inside the wall of my home, and went rampant at 4 a.m. because I was touching the wall and my hand sunk in because the wall was so like they were
eating it.
yeah,
and stuff?
they were going to town in there, and they had like a fucking megapolis in there.
There's the Adam Driver. This guy's he's never gonna know.
Go back to the club. There was just a fucking hornets everywhere at 4 a.m. We sprayed it with like bear spray.
Did they sting you?
Oh yeah, I got stung on the mouth at 4 a.m. Getting stung everywhere, and then my roommates had to plug the hole because there was constant flow of yellow jackets coming out, and they had to go through like the fucking scientists in Chernobyl that were never coming back home to plug the hole and get stung a million times.
I wish I could see that.
It was insane.
I wish I could see the moment you realize what's happening.
My hand went through. it was dark,
Uh-huh.
right? And the hole started getting bigger.
Crumbling on the edges like a movie.
It was the bugs coming out. And that's why the hole got bigger. And so I turned the light on. I go, holy shit, they're fucking bugs. And I told my roommates, I don't know what to do. There's fucking bugs coming out of the wall. Blah, blah. And then my friend goes, God damn it. And he goes, they're fucking wasps. They're fucking wasps. And we're getting stung. The dog is getting stung. Like everyone's getting.
No, not the dog.
It's 4 a.m. and we go, what do we do? What do we do? Do we stay or do we leave?
I can't believe you didn't run out the house. I feel immediately I would have ran out the house.
We fought. I had a vacuum and a Borderlands mask on my face so I didn't get stung in the face. My friend wore a Deadpool mask, and we were shooting it with spray. And I found wasps weeks later in the toaster. I mean, there's wasps everywhere. It was over 100 wasps. But the reason we got them is because they all gravitated towards a light. For the most part. So we sprayed the light with spray. They all came falling down, but then there were stray ones. It was a fucking calamity. I've never been in such a... It was horrific. I had I'm not even kidding. I had like trauma.
That's fucked. That's scary.
It was really scary.
I don't think I could have handled being stung. It's so gross to me. I would like run out.
It hurt.
I would run. Poor dog.
That dog. The dog was biting at them. He was like biting at them, and it was chaos. The dog's biting at them, and we're fucking... I mean, shit show.
God, I can't imagine.
Really bad.
There was one time we were in the garage, and I called Kane. I'm like, Kane, there's a black widow, and it took 3 people. Blake was also there, and it was on the garage, on the trash can in the garage.
I just got
I saw the black widow, but the worst part, it crawled. There's like a lip where you pull the trash can. It crawled under the lip out of sight. Because I could have just
so
killed
now you got
it.
jostled.
Because now I'm like, man, where the fuck?
It's got to come out. What'd you do?
First of all, we had to deliberate. It took 3 people to be like,
yeah, you need the meeting of the minds.
Let's see, plan A, plan B. I don't know. We took a vacuum. We just sucked it. But the thing is, we couldn't find it. And we concluded that it got eviscerated in the suction of the vacuum, but we actually don't know where it went. Because aren't black widows like incredibly, it'll kill you, right?
They can kill you. Not like, I mean, if you get bit, you could probably just you could be able to get to the doctor in time, I imagine. I don't know how fast acting their fucking shit.
So that's what I mean. It will kill you.
It can.
Like, if I don't get help and I get bit, I'll die.
I think you die.
That's insane.
I think. Am I wrong? I feel like I've been wrong all
Black
episode.
Widow.
What's
It was cool though. The red. It's so red.
It's a beautiful spider. I don't like spiders though, but
Oh, you didn't see Transformers 1, did you?
Oh, is there a spider in that?
Kane, that's Arachne in Transformers 1.
Oh, yeah.
There's a robot. She's a spider. God damn.
Well, one of the best Monster Musume girls is the spider, but
no.
But I don't like that it's a spider.
What?
If you just like that she's like scary and will fucking tie you up and shit.
Yeah, but like
because a spider,
that's gross.
That's gross. Like a big
well,
spider
thorax. I don't like her.
See, people.
Well, that's why I'm like, what are you saying?
I've always said this, and I always get pushback from the people. Like, no, it's hot. It's hot. It's like a spider, thorax and legs, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Multiple eyes, disgusting. Thorax, any bug-like thing,
gross.
Gross.
Because you got to put it into a realistic setting, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly it's a realistic spider, not an anime wife spider. Realistic spider, fucking Shelob, disgusting.
Yeah.
Fucking sickening.
Wait.
What?
The she?
What?
Shelob?
You know Shelob? That's
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
It's a she.
I think so. Yeah. Wait, what? You like Shelob? She is so scary. That's the scariest thing I ever. So what do you do?
Maybe she just needed some loving.
No.
I got my own little stinger. Yeah, I don't know.
You and your fucking bug hypotheticals. I hate this. What can I kill you?
Is this the same Ratatouille question that we're on?
No, this was what kind of bug?
Oh.
You never even answered.
No, I said macaroni. Wait, what? Hold on, hold on. What question is this? What bug would I hate to?
What bug would you hate to dispose of in
It'd be
your
even
home?
funny if I cut out that previous question.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, "What? Wait, what's the question? What bug? Why?
What bug would you?
It's always wasps. Anything that can fly. There's those. I mean, they never get in my house, but they're wasps, but they're big, thick, and they're loud. You know what those are? I don't know what they're called, but they're big, fatty, and they fly, and they're very loud. And it's always like,
Oh, gross. Here?
yeah.
In Vegas?
Also, a cicada.
I don't like that. Those things are scary as fuck.
Conspiracy. I don't think cicadas are a real thing.
Okay.
First of all, I can't see them. They're loud. Here's the thing. It's like it's the perfect government cover-up for some sort of spy device.
In Antarctica.
Why? Because, yeah, cicadas, they're really loud, almost like some sort of device churning away. So loud.
What would they be doing?
Also, yeah, they're only dormant for like 17 years. That makes sense. They're just up there for 17 years dormant.
I've seen a cicada. You
saw something.
Oh, shit. What do you think the government is doing in a neighborhood in Illinois?
Yeah, it falls apart because they're just spying on me on my iPhone. So,
yeah, I mean, they could do that anywhere. As you guys know, at the end of every episode of The Best in Jest, our producer Kane, who is privy to our entire conversation, announces one of us being the best
in
jest. And at the end of every episode, the loser gets pied. So, without further ado, Kane, would you like to announce the best in jest for today?
The best in jest. Who could it be? Oh, I wonder.
Kane.
Kane, I'm funny too. Kane. I'm funny too, Kane.
Wait, I've lost my.
You know, if your cowboy boots,
Why can't I do it anymore?
you're not as powerful.
I'm out of breath.
Let me think.
Hey, don't sit up when I'm sitting up. What do you think you're doing? What was that?
Go cross your legs.
Hey, what the?
I'm trying to remember. The whole podcast.
Well, you think.
Yeah.
I lost the pants to my plushie. I can't find his pants. It fell off.
Christ.
I fell off.
Just a naked newie.
He's raw dogging it. You got yours too. Did we show that off on the?
It was just kind of there last
Have
episode.
you talked about it? Look at that. Look at yours. Someone custom made you a little cape.
Momichi made
little commander cape.
Made me a little Commander Chaos.
And I have
cape.
my pants off.
And you have your pants off.
I was very impressed with how Connor was able to acquire Elmo onto the best in jest. And so I think Connor should be the best in jest for today's episode.
All right. Can I have Elmo pie you? Can I try and put it in his mouth? If with Elmo's consent.
You have to do
How do you do
voice.
it? What? I don't know. he pulled Elmo away from me.
Don't
when I
you
did
dare.
That.
Not with that.
I don't know how to do Elmo's voice.
You never once questioned why I have this.
No, I actually didn't.
If you guys didn't understand what was happening, if you're listening, I have an Elmo puppet.
Why do you have that?
So I can do this. Oh, fuck. I'll probably cut that.
All right. I almost killed him.
Do your Elmo voice in the mic.
Hi,
You have to talk. You have to talk with the Elmo.
Sounds like if Justin Roiland voiced Elmo. I'm Elmo.
Look at me.
You're doing Stitch. Hello.
How do you do it? Do it. Okay, you need it? Okay.
I can
You
only.
need to get in control.
It's like the Blue Beetle. It like, or like Venom.
Nightmare from Soul Calibur. It's like the Goosebumps episode.
You can't take me off. What's something Emma would say? Elmo's World.
Yeah, Mr. Noodle.
Mr. What is that?
You don't know Mr. Noodle? He's like the crazy dumb guy that Elmo would talk to. He's like, Mr. Noodle.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.